All the information has been very, very helpful. It's information that I can use myself as a senior. I can share with my grandchildren and my daughter. I'm just inspired by this Moneywise tour.
I'm going to take all the information that I've gained here, that I've heard, that I have the materials that I've collected. I'm going to take it, review it. I'm going to contact the sources that's available, and I'm going to use it to my benefit, and that benefit is to start a business.
My beloved, we can't wait till tomorrow. We are here to empower you today. If you're interested in starting a business, start today. So I want you to repeat after me. I will enjoy the abundance. Now say it like you really, really mean it. I will enjoy the abundance. Now I want you to understand, my friends, that if you can see the invisible, you can do the impossible. A wise man once said that if you can conceive it and believe it, then you can achieve it. Today, we're going to be reminding you to just believe.
As you see by who's in this room today in terms of all the resources, there are so many more resources even available to provide that assistance. And I would say the first thing to do in terms of financial stress is to talk to somebody.
We are trained, we are skilled, we go over practical grassroots techniques. Breathe deep, not through the nostril, from the diaphragm. And then sit down and look at that bill.
Remember this, none of us have all the answers, but God has every answer that you need.
Okay. Thank you.
6 months later, she got up on Sunday morning, stopped the service, and apologized to her pastor in front of everybody and told the whole church that she hated me for what we were doing, but that her marriage was saved, her finances were saved, and she, thank God, she was now debt-free. My brothers and my sisters, we've got to change. We've got to change.
There are systematic investment plans out here where you can invest in mutual funds doing $50 or $100 a month. Is that a sacrifice? Yes. Does that mean that, there's something that maybe socially I like to do that I got to give up? Maybe that's one time we don't go out, hang out to eat. Whatever it is that you got to make a sacrifice. But the sacrifice is for your future.
And I believe now the foreclosure crisis is kind of bittersweet because a lot of people literally brought focus to a problem that's going on, and it almost kind of woke up Big Brother to say, you know what, we need to do things to be able to help our communities. That yes, we do need to put more money into the government to help people and now help counselors at housing nonprofits to be able to be there to help you all.
One of the things that that the banks are going to tell you is if the situation is not sustainable, that they will not work with you. And then what we talk about in those circumstances is what we call soft landings. What can you do if you know you can't hold on to this, then what do I do next?
See, I believe that if you're going to maximize your life to the highest level, you're going to need to have some wealth. Because you're going to need wealth to be able to pour into your church. Pastor, is that a good thing? Amen. Amen with that. You got to have wealth to be able to feed homeless people and hungry people. You got to have some money to be able to give scholarships. We need money if we're going to impact our community. Am I right about it? So we got to start talking about money, and that's why we're having this financial empowerment tour. You're going to have some setbacks along the path. And what I talk to people about is how to turn setbacks into comebacks. Anybody in here ever had a setback? Personal setback? How about a professional setback? Financial setback? How about a relationship setback? Any of y'all got children? Anybody got teenagers? Bless you, you're going to have a couple setbacks along the way. Everybody in here has some intellectual capital that's worth value. And if you start thinking different and you start looking at life from another perspective, you'll start to see that this is a great opportunity. It's crisis, but it's time for us to come back.
And it takes time to rebuild your credit, but it can be done. Don't fall for these scams that people can rebuild your credit for $50 or a couple of $100 overnight. It takes time, it takes prayer, it takes persistence, but you can do it.
I'm so excited to see so many people who stayed here through the entire day. That lets me know the seriousness of this congregation, of this church, of this community that came out. So thank you for being here, and I would love to be a financial resource for you. We have a sign-up sheet in the back.
So that is your first category of expenses. Fixed necessary, you should know what you have to pay every month.
We only let people in that we like, know, trust, and respect.
A lot of my, I think, entrepreneurial skills and such. At the age of 12, I went back to Chicago and lived with my father and my stepmother, and then on to Prince George's Hospital prior to starting HR New. And I started this company in a small apartment in Columbia after being a single parent, getting my daughter through.
Get my life together now.